It is impossible to take that blueprint and turn it into reality if you are not going to believe. You have to believe. Today we want to talk about tips for building your best year ever, okay? We spent some time already on the previous videos talking about how to design your best year ever, but a design is no good to you. It's just a piece of paper if you are not going to build that best year ever. And here are a few things you can keep in mind as you do that will help you, that will empower you, that will enrich your journey, that will support your journey as you go along. I'm going to break it up into several videos because I don't want to just have a long video. The first thing I want to talk about today is belief. It is impossible to take that blueprint and turn it into reality if you are not going to believe. You have to believe. You have to have confidence in yourself that you can do it. You also have to have confidence in your preferred outcome. That is to say, the design, the goals that you set, the milestones that you set, that they are possible. No matter how difficult they may seem, you may have never done them before, but you have to believe that they are possible. That kind of degree of certainty is so important and it's so powerful, because what it is going to do is it is that degree of certainty that will cause you to wake up from your bed in the morning when you don't want to wake up. It is that kind of certainty that will cause you to when you fall, it will cause you to get up and try again, because you have a deep confidence on the inside that you are able to meet that goal, or that goal is possible. And because of that, you're not going to lay in bed or flat on your back and not pursue it, okay? But if you doubt that goal, or if you don't give it some strong consideration of its possibility, what's going to happen to you is you're going to procrastinate, you're going to be inconsistent, and you are just gonna sooner or later just forget about it because you don't even think it's possible. But thinking is possible. It is that powerful psychological hook that connects you to the possibility of the future and draws you forward every day, knowing that there is something that you have that is unfolding every day, okay? You have to believe on the inside. You need to look for a way to put fear away. And I have a whole video on belief that you need to watch. Check out my channel. You need to watch that video. It will help you. But you need to infuse your year with belief. Believe every goal you set. Believe in your ability to achieve those goals. The second thing I want you to talk about is another B. You need to build momentum. Now, I understand a lot of, I've also said it, and a lot of coaches say that you need massive action for transformation. And massive action, yes, you need massive action, massive effort for transformation. But you have to bear in mind that that massive action has to be a build-up. Sometimes if you all of a sudden just start something and you just go hard on it, it may throw you off. You might either get weary too soon, you might get bored too soon, or you might just get burnout too soon, okay? So what you want to do is you want frequency over just instant intensity, okay? So you want to be more consistent, and you want to start small, and you want to increase steadily and gradually increase. So if it was something about reading books, for example, in your January, you probably want to, if you never, the entire last year you never read, you probably want to just read, if you decided that you are going to read 12 books or 24 books this year, in January, try to read only one. Okay, try to read only one because you've never done it before and you do not want to get burned out too soon. And then the next month you can add a little more to it. Or if you're going to work out and you never worked out before, don't start with a 30 minutes on treadmill. Start with a 5 minutes. Start at a slower pace. Because if you just go really hard on the first day set, you wouldn't be able to wake up on the second day. Okay? So you want to start small. And that's, in fact, it's tied into the growth principles. The growth principle is where we say that small things turn into the big things through consistent effort, strategy, over time. Okay, so it takes time, effort, and consistency for small things to turn into big things. And so you need to exercise that growth principles in the issue of building momentum. Start small and be consistent, okay? And gradually increase. If you're going to start with 10 push-ups today, do 10 push-ups today. Do 10 push-ups this entire week. And then next week you can do 12. And then the next week you can do 14. Before you look, you're doing 100 push-ups without even stopping because you build momentum over time, okay? You over time, and that consistency builds your capacity to take more numbers without even feeling it. And you who could not even do 15 push-ups, you're doing 50 push-ups at one drop. All right? So yes, you want to go big. You want to deliver massive effort for transformation, but at the same time, you do not want to throw yourself off by doing too much too soon. Start small, be consistent, gradually increase, and then they explode. So remember, this is a marathon. This is a 12, not a sprint. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You go in 12 months. You have goals this 12 months to achieve. Don't pack everything all at once into January and just completely burn yourself out before January 30th, okay? Take small steps every day towards your dream, okay? Very, very important that you build momentum. Now, I want you to also, the final thing I'm going to throw out in this video is that it is important that you never stop planning. Okay, so over the last couple of days, those of you who watched my video and who have taken heed to my video, you probably have already done some planning, which is what your blueprint, your design for your best life ever is. Now, that design that you design should not stop there. You cannot stop planning. You have to continue to plan. This is what I want you to do with your planning. I want you to, in January, I want you to read your plan every morning. Okay, the goals that you set for this particular year, the strategies that you put behind it, the timeline and everything that you put behind it, and your SWOT analysis, the kind of objectives you develop from your SWOT analysis. Read those every day, okay, for January. And then in February, you can make it 3 times a week. And then as you go, maybe once a week. It is important that you read it because usually the reason why a lot of people resolutions are completely forgotten by February or April is because they wrote it on a piece of paper and they just put it in a drawer or put it in a notebook. Okay, but reading your resolutions or your goals consistently keeps it in mind. And once it keeps it in mind, you're always thinking about ways and things you need to do to make it happen. But guess what? Opposite is out of sight, out of mind. If you're not reading it every day, you are not going to see it every day. And if you don't see it every day, you are going to forget it even exists. You remember when you see someone else doing it, you say, oh, that was my goal too. But you're not working on it because you're not reading it. So it's important that you're reading every day. But you also need to kind of measure your progress along the way. So you can decide whether you want to measure your progress by week, by month. I do not normally say daily. Yeah, it's good to do a little daily journal about my successes today. Very important that you do that. But I feel like when it comes to just from a planning perspective, weekly and monthly planning are way better. Quarterly planning is also good. So choose a day in a week, maybe Saturday afternoon, where you can sit down and review your week and see of all the objectives that I worked on this week, how far did I move the needle? And how far is it compared to where it needs to be? Okay, so you can do that kind of evaluation and review of your performance every week, and every month you can even look at where am I in my progress, and how far am I from where I need to be. Now, then at that point, you can also do some course correction, okay? If it's July and you've probably already, your goal was to make to save $10,000 and you've already saved $9,000 by July, you can decide to make some course correction. So if you were saving about $200 every month or $500 every month, you can now reduce that amount, okay? Or you can increase your goal from $10,000 to $20,000 because you see half of the year you've almost got it done. Okay, so you can make some course correction along the way, whether you need to slow down or you need to speed up in order to be able to hit your target before the date that you've set for yourself. It is very important that you do that you review, never stop planning, review, course correct. It keeps your plan before your eyes and keeps you, and you always know where you are in relationship to the goals that you set for yourself and what you need to do to be able to meet that goal. Slow down, speed up, whatever you need to do, you will do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave those three with you today. Number one, believe that your goals are possible. Believe that you can do it. And also build momentum. Start small, increase steadily, stay consistent. Okay, you will build momentum and you become unstoppable. And then third, you need to never stop planning. Always keep planning straight through the year. All right, those are three tips. Check the other video for the next tip. Meanwhile, like this video, share the video with someone, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Link in the bio. Thank you.